Hello and welcome to a Sophisticated Pairs video blog. My name is Erica and today I am reviewing the Panache Black Tango Eclipse bra in the beautiful teal colorway. I've never actually reviewed anything from the Panache Black line as it is called now. It has had other names in the past, including Harlequin and Masquerade, but within the last couple seasons they grouped everything together and rebranded it under the black label. So the Panache Black line is a foray into the luxury-oriented market, but I feel like it's a good opportunity for people to try something that's a little bit higher quality, but still at a more wallet-friendly price point. Most of the Panache Black regular bras, not counting any of the bustier bridal pieces, are under like that $88 mark. So it's an opportunity to get yourself a piece of more luxury-oriented, higher quality lingerie without breaking the bank and stepping into $100 or $150 or even $200 price points. Plus, you get some of the same great panache shapes that you love from Super Bra. Case in point, this is the Tango Eclipse bra, which is based on the original Tango frame from the Super Bra line. So for sizing, I went with my 30HH. I'm right between 30HH and 32H right now, so in certain cases the 30 bands have felt a little tight, and others they felt okay. With the Eclipse, it feels pretty comfortable in the loosest set of hooks. Knowing Panache the way that I do, I would most likely wear it with an extender, like partially undone, for the first couple weeks just to give the bra time to break in. It's an entirely different feeling of how it is now versus how it will be 7 hours into your day. And I think having that little bit of extra space given by the extender would certainly help alleviate any potential problems down the road. The cup size on this is pretty good. I have a little bit of overflow going on the larger side. That's kind of standard a lot of times with Panache's bras that don't have any stretch lace at the top. So that's something I would say actually lends me to believe the bra runs true to size overall. I just reviewed a Panache Georgia, and in that particular style I was definitely the 30HH as well, so I think there's a little bit of consistency there. Now for fit, this is a Tango bra. For those of you unfamiliar with the Panache Tango, it's one of the brand's longest running shapes. In fact, it may be the longest running shape that they have. It's a 3-section full cup kind of balcony style bra that they've been using in their Super Bra line for a long time. And it really hasn't changed all that much. It's typically got the Austrian leaf embroidery on it. Sometimes they've done variations that doesn't have that. It comes in new colors every season. And it's one of those bras that you see a lot in lingerie stores because it's such a affordable core styling. That said, I'm not a personal fan. And in the world of bra fitting communities, there does tend to be a bit of a division as far as the Tango is concerned. Some people absolutely love it, and I have customers that will continue to special order and buy this bra, and they have been doing so for several years. And then there's other people like me who feels like this might be time to either tweak this design or retire it altogether. So one of the things that I don't particularly like about the original Tango is actually the Austrian leaf embroidery. I find it's very difficult to wear underneath clothes. So to see them take that design to the Eclipse, with the Eclipse, into their Panache Black line was nice because I do like that this is a totally smooth cup. It's really beautiful. It doesn't have any of that textural element. And you do get a lot of the original Tango features here. You have the Tango wire shape and the overall width of the Tango wire, so they're a little bit heavier width, they're harder wire. So for me, when I try a Tango, I find that it tends to press pretty hard in the tack. It is a very firm tack. It's not necessarily like the Tutti Rouge Nicole that I reviewed in the past where it really physically hurt me, but it's definitely not comfortable. It's not something I would be very happy with if I was going to purchase it myself. I even tried with the extender before doing the review to see if that lessened the tack. It doesn't, it's just more the shape. I experienced the same issue to an extent with the original Tango, so it's no surprise to see it here. I'm also not as big a fan of just the 3-section shape that they use for the Tango. I think that Panache has come so far since they've originally done this bra that they have some beautiful new silhouettes there, which give better lift, better shaping, and overall just a better look than what the original Tango does. With the Eclipse, I do feel like they have made some positive changes. For starters, this does not feel quite as high and pingy. I absolutely hated that with the Tango. It also doesn't feel like it's quite as high on the side either. The original Tango had a tendency to kind of stab and poke in the side, and I think that the Eclipse has definitely improved on that. It feels more comfortable on that respect. The underwires here don't feel as painful. I still have the issue with the tack in the middle, but at least the sides are definitely improved. The overall shape, though, is definitely still firmly in Tango territory. So we have this very, very, very wide wire. I mean, I can really fit all 3 of these fingers here before we start to get into my actual breast tissue. So it's definitely a wide bra. It's also very shallow towards the center. So I feel like I'm getting that east-west phenomenon where my breast tissue, which is naturally very close together and forward, is being pushed apart this way. And again, that's something I get with the original Tango, so that hasn't changed in this regard. I also am not a personal fan because I feel like this very harsh, shallow upper cup, it really only works for people with very soft bottom-heavy tissue. And in some cases, it doesn't even work for them because of that harshness. It doesn't actually contour as well. As I mentioned at the beginning, there's some people who this bra works amazingly for and is the only bra that they will buy. And if that is the case, then you need to get yourself an Eclipse because you'll like it even better because I think, having that slightly lower side, having this smooth cup, this is going to be your new go-to bra. You're going to love this. If the Tango originally fit-wise was not for you, probably not going to like the Eclipse. As pretty as it is, it's probably not going to wind up being your favorite bra. As I mentioned, for me, it's definitely a bit wide. I've got some extra space going on at the bottom of the cup because of the width. Definitely extra space here on the sides. I don't particularly like the silhouette here. I feel like it's definitely trying to point the breast tissue downward. If you're full on top, this is going to be even worse. For me, I have very balanced fullness, so I do have some upper tissue. I also have some lower tissue, and the upper tissue is being smooshed into this shape by the overall firmness of the cup. Just not as flattering. Like I said, I tried Georgia a couple weeks ago, which is one of the other new styles from the Panache Super Bra line, and I love the fit on that one and the shape and everything so much more than what the Tango does. So I know that seems really overly negative, but Tango is not my bra. If the Tango is your bra, the Eclipse is definitely worth pursuing. It does have a lot of improved features from the original. So speaking of those improvements, the original Tango is like $55. The Eclipse is supposed to be $79. So you are looking at almost a $25 difference in price point between the two bras. So I was curious to see how Panache was going to step that up. First, I find the original Tango materials are a little scratchy. We originally carried Tango in the store because, as most boutiques will tell you, it's very highly recommended by sales reps. It's got a long-standing fan base, and it's one of those bras that's a pretty wallet-friendly price point. That said, we never really got the positive feedback from customers that we were looking for, so we ultimately fell to the wayside. One of those issues was that fabric-wise they weren't as happy with it, both because of the embroidery and then also because of the scratchy factor. With the Eclipse, both of those are taken care of. The fabric is much nicer, it's much softer. It doesn't have that typical, scratchy, starchy feeling of Panache fabrics. It does feel like they've taken the time to upgrade to something that's a little bit more elegant, more in line with the price point, and I think that was a smart decision on their behalf. They also have some really lovely higher quality additions in the form of the straps have a ruffled texture here. You have the little bows, you have crystal pendants here, just kind of like general upscale elements to it. That said, I don't know that this is a $79 bra. I would kind of be more inclined to say $69. I feel like that would be a little bit more on par with what I'm seeing with the quality. I'm not saying that this is a bad bra by any stretch of the imagination, but once you, in my opinion, get to that $79, $80 price point, you're looking at some really nice fabric upgrades. You're looking at some different levels of that, or something that's unique. Here, I feel like I said, $69 would probably have been more in line with what I would charge for this bra. It's definitely an upgrade. There's definitely been some nice retooling to the Tango that I think could make it more accessible, particularly to people that may have liked certain elements of the original but had issues with fit. So I do like all of that. Again, I just feel like maybe that $79 mark is a little high for what you're getting here. Aesthetic-wise, it should come as no shock that I love this because I have said that I've kind of been in the mood to find something that's a little simpler and more elegant maybe even a touch sporty, and the Eclipse Tango definitely hits all of that perfectly. There's a white variation with black contrast that's absolutely lovely, but the teal is a very beautiful bra too. It's very rich. I think it's got a nice quality to it that will make it accessible to a lot of different skin tones. So overall, I can't fault the look. The ruffled straps, the bows, the whole shebang. I love how this looks in concept. It just really comes down to, at the end of the day, are you a tango girl? If you're not a tango girl, you really need to just pass on this one. But I do hope to see Panache take some of their other styles from the Super Bra line and maybe do some of these same upgrades to get them into the black line. Just, you know, swapping out some materials a little bit, get that element of that Panache fit and the beautiful new silhouettes that they've come up with, and then take them to the next level. So I do commend Panache on their ability to do that, and I hope to see more of that in the future. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email me at sophisticatedpair@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out our blog, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram for all the latest news and event information. Thanks for watching!